What's up, you guys? Jedi Master Josh here, and today we've got the brand new set from Pokemon. Well, we only have one half of it. We've got White Flare here. I'm going to be opening up a bunch of black and white throughout the next few weeks, and I don't want to go crazy in any one individual video, so we're just going to be doing an ETB today. We're going to make it simple. We're going to make it easy, just one ETB, but there's only 9 packs in ETB, and you know, 9 is an odd number. I've never really been one to be a big fan of the odd numbers unless they ended on a 5. Usually that's a good way to end, right? On a 5 or on an even number, and 10 is one of my very favorite even numbers. Any of the even numbers that are 0 is great. So to make it 10, we're going to open up a prize pack. This is Series 6. If you guys want to know more about this, then just stick around to the end of the video. We're going to stick this in the back with all of our buddies back here. We're going to knock over Smoliv a little bit while we do it. But yeah, we'll open that at the end, and I'll tell you guys how you can get one of those packs completely for free if you guys ever want to get one of those packs. They're super cool, and they're super exclusive, and I'll tell you exactly how you can get one. Just gonna stick around until the end of the video when we open it, but let's look at this ETB here. We've got the set list in the back. Now, Black and White is one of the most insane sets ever created by Pokemon. Now, before this, I think, so since Black Bolt and White Flare are separate sets, technically speaking, I think that makes it so that they actually don't contend for the biggest set ever made, because when you put them together, they create the biggest set ever made. But when it's just one individual set by itself, just either Black Bolt or White Flare, then they don't actually contend with the biggest set ever made, which is Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike, or Fusion Psych, if you are one of the people that got no hits when you were opening Fusion Strike, like me. But that's okay. But yeah, so ton of awesome cards we can get from these, and yeah, it's massive, huge set, insanely huge, and they split it up into 2, and they made an illustration rare or better for every Pokemon from this generation, which is absolutely insane because there's 156 of them. The Black and White era was actually a really weird time for Pokemon. They decided they were going to create an era, a generation, where every Pokemon was new. You weren't going to be playing with any of the old Pokemon. You had to learn all new Pokemon. So everything in the game was brand new. All 156 Pokemon, brand new, and that's all you got. You really didn't get any access to older Pokemon unless you traded them into the game, which was also pretty hard at the time because of the changes in, you know, the gaming platforms that we were playing these games on, and so on and so forth. But even so, we get ourselves a promo Tornadus with the box. Really cool. I do like the promos with these boxes. They're actually really cool. I've always been kind of so-so about the Chaos Trio, because now they're a quartet, even though they're called the Trio, and there's now 4 of them apparently. But these sleeves are pretty awesome. Definitely take those sleeves. I use these sleeves for pre-releases, so anytime I get ETB sleeves, I just take them with me to pre-releases, and it works out really good, because if you take 2 packages of sleeves to a pre-release, you can play in 3 pre-releases, make 3 decks from pre-releases, and just use 2 packages of sleeves, because there's 65 in each package. You only make 40 card decks, yada yada, whatever. But okay, we're moving on here. Like I was saying, Black and White, definitely a crazy era, but all 156 Pokemon get their own illustration rare or better. Let's just dig in. Let's go ahead and see what we get ourselves. I know I did a whole bunch of yapping, went all over the place, but if you guys are still listening, definitely join the Rattle Pokemon Discord. It'll be in the description down below if you guys want to check that out. There's a free restock bot notifications and all that stuff, so you guys can get in on restocks and things like that. We hang out on Saturdays and Sundays in voice chat, so you guys come hang out with everyone, chit-chat with people that are like-minded, and, you know, just generally all around to have a good time. We get ourselves a Ferrothorn. We get a Mienfoo right from the first pack, an illustration rare. I have a feeling illustration rares are going to come pretty commonly with this set, with these 2 sets. They should, you know, kind of just pop up here and there pretty often. We get ourselves an Emboar with that laser hollow. I love this. This is so nostalgic, bringing back this type of hollow pattern. It's so good. But all right, and then behind it, we get ourselves a Fire Energy. Something I am really excited about is all the holographic energies. If anybody's followed along on the channel, you guys know that I love holographic energies. So anytime we get a holographic energy, it's going in that pull pool, and yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Sorry, but yeah, so we get ourselves our next pack of White Flare. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Black Bolt and White Flare, which one you think is better, which one you like more, which one has the Pokemon that you enjoy more, the Pokemon you connect with better, you know, because they're version exclusive, right? Black and White, you got your version exclusives, so each set has their own set of illustration rares. Which one was your favorite? I want to know. Let me know down in the comments. Definitely join the Rattle Discord also and chit chat with everyone in there. We got ourselves a Pokeball Reverse Gothita, pretty awesome. Now here the Pokeballs, they come pretty quick, but it's the Master Balls that are a little bit harder to get. We get ourselves a Full Art Jellicent EX, and behind that, no Holo Energies just yet. But this card here, I'm a little bit upset about this card. Alright, so this ability here, Oceanic Curse. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent can't play any item cards or tool cards from their hand. This is absolutely brutal. Now, it is nice because it's only if this Pokemon's in the active spot. So essentially you could just boss it out, or if you have something like Iron Bundle on the bench, you can use Iron Bundle's Hyper Blower and get it to switch out. But if they have another Jellicent on their bench, they get to choose, right? So they're going to choose the other Jellicent. So yeah, kind of annoying. Both this card and Budew, the item lock thing is, to me, it's just a horrible mechanic in the game. Very toxic. It basically just shuts down any kind of fun, any kind of gameplay action that can, you know, progress the game for the opponent only. The person that uses the item lock, they get to progress whatever, you know. It's kind of like, it's like a handicap for them, I guess, but that's okay. If you need item lock to be able to win, that's all you, okay? We're just gonna move on from there. Anybody that agrees, just leave a like on the video, I guess. All right, we're moving on to White Flare. I know, controversial thoughts from Jedi Master Josh, but hey, you know what? I play this game pretty much every day. I play in person every weekend. I have, you know, tons and tons of friends in this community, and we love this game. And for me, I have zero fun when Budew gets slapped down in front of me. And nowadays, all my decks are built to be able to handle the issue of Budew, but it's just so toxic, you know. And so we get ourselves a Blitzel, we get a Chandelure, and a regular energy. But we're looking for Holo Energies. We're going to get them. Enough talk about Budew and item locking and all that nonsense. Let's have some fun, right? Let's have some fun. We got ourselves a White Flare. The Reshiram on here. Now, I was sitting at my LGS just the other day, and a friend of mine, shout out to Chris, he was just, you know, like, hey, I think I'm going to buy another ETB of White Flare. And to everyone that's complaining about not being able to get cards, this is still pretty available. If you guys are unable to get packs of this, then I don't know what's going on, but everywhere I go, I'm still finding it. So if you guys, you know, just keep your eyes out, you should be able to find some of this pretty easy. But he grabs an ETB, goes and sits down, opens through all of his packs, gets through 8 of them, and we're kind of just all sitting back like, oh, okay, you know, it's pretty much done. And then out of nowhere, he pulls the black-white rare Reshiram. And yeah, no, it was awesome. That was great. It's a super fantastic card. If we could get that lucky in today's video, I would be stoked. But I just, you know, if you guys have followed along on this channel, you'll know that my luck is typically less than subpar. So yeah, we're just here to have some fun. If you guys are having fun though, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And you know, just let me know what you guys want to see next. I've been thinking about making videos, just going over like different, you know, cards that I have, or like parts of my collection, or things that I'm collecting right now, or, you know, every time I go to my LGS, I buy cards out of their binders and out of their cases and things like that, and it would be cool to maybe just go over some hauls of things that I pick up throughout the week, so on and so forth. But you guys let me know in the comments if you want to see something like that. We got Gothitelle, and we got ourselves a Whimsicott EX. Not too bad there. Now, it's actually kind of crazy, because this is actually not a horrible card, you know. It's only a stage 1, and both of its attacks are for 1 energy. The first one, search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like, and then shuffle your deck. That's actually really good. And then the second attack is your opponent reveals their hand. So first of all, that's a very powerful effect in the game regardless. And then this attack does 50 damage for each trainer card you find there. So You know, a lot of decks are relying on playing through trainer cards like crazy. So trainer cards include supporters, items, tools, stadiums, anything that says trainer on the top of the card. So this could be really good, you know. So shout out to Whimsicott. We might be seeing Whimsicott make some splashes. I don't know why I just slapped that down. That goes in the pull pool. Sorry, Whimsicott. You are one of the VIPs today. You get to go up in the pool. All right, we'll throw that off to the side. Now, these are all new cards to me, so they're all going to be going into my binder, into my collection. And, you know, hopefully as we open more throughout these upcoming weeks, you know, we keep getting new cards for the binder, which shouldn't be really hard because the set is, each one of these sets is so large and there's just so much to pull. You know, duplicating up pulls should be difficult, but we'll see how it goes, right? All right, we got a Pokeball Brave Bengal. This is pretty cool. So it's if the Pokemon this card is attached to doesn't have a rule box, the attacks it uses do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon EX. So that's not too bad. It almost looks like the crown that either Zacian or Zamazenta wears. All right, pretty cool. We'll throw that up in the pool. We got Purloin, and we get a Gothitelle. Behind that is our first Holo Energy. We get a Holo Metal Energy. Pretty awesome. So if you're playing Goldango, that'll be pretty good for the deck. You know, bling it up, make it look a little shiny, a little extra shiny, right? All right, we got 3 packs of this ETB left. Like I said, let me know what you guys think about White Flare and Black Bolt. I know I do a lot of talking. I like to enjoy my openings, and, you know, I like to hang out with you guys. And if you guys are hanging out still, thank you. I appreciate it. That's awesome of you. That's great. We got Trubbish, we got Herdier. No, seriously, I love it. This is great. Anybody that, you know, leaves a comment, you know, I like to chat with you. I want to hear everything, you know, get to know everyone. We get Galvantula. I saw this as we were flipping through the pages and was like, wow, that would be cool to pull. It's a really awesome looking card. But the Galvantula illustration rare, the discharge attack, discard all lightning energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage for each card you discarded in this way. That's not too bad. It's pretty powerful right there. We'll pull that and we get ourselves Terrakion for our holo rare and a lightning energy to go with our Galvantula, right? Cool. I mean, so it only takes 1 energy to attack, so even if you just get 1 energy on it, it's still 50 damage, right? I guess, you know. I mean, cool, right? We got our second to last pack here of the ETB, the penultimate pack, but not the penultimate pack of the video because we are opening a prize pack at the end. So make sure you stick around so you guys can hear all about how to get yourselves some free prize packs. They're really awesome. We're going to open it and you're going to see why they're so awesome. We got Heatmore, we got Sawsbuck, we've got a Deerling. Hopefully we get a Master Ball out of this box. That would be cool. We get a Bouffalant EX. I love the ability on this, just the name of it, Boofer. It's just it sounds outrageous. All right, Bouffalant, you're acting crazy right now. You're wilding out. All right, Boofer, you need to chill on out. All right, and behind that we have ourselves a Fire Energy. I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having a ton of fun. That's what it's all about. If you're not having fun in the hobby, you need to be chasing after something else. Start looking at something else to chase. What are your real goals? Like, look at your real collection goals and go after that stuff. You don't need to be chasing the same thing that everyone else is chasing because all this stuff, it cycles around, you know? One of these days, you're going to have a bunch of cards that nobody wanted today, and tomorrow, everyone's going to want them. And you know what you do then? You trade those for the cards that you wanted today that they don't want tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? It's a whole circle. You just keep doing it. We're on our last pack of the ETB. Wish us some luck. We're going to see a black-white rare in this pack. Watch, it's gonna be crazy. It's not gonna happen. I'm just, you know, if you project sometimes the universe gives back or something like that. I don't know, horoscope this, yada yada. We got a Stunfisk Pokeball reverse here, and behind that we have a Joltik reverse and a Holo Samurott. Can we get a Holo Energy though? We do. We get ourselves the holographic Psychic Energy. Pretty awesome there. I'll absolutely take that. Psychic Energy, very, very common in deck builds nowadays, especially with Gardevoir still running absolutely rampant in the format, but Gardevoir's days are numbered. Rotation's coming soon. And with that, we have finished the ETB, but we can go into this pack now. So if you guys want to earn one of these packs completely for free, all you have to do is show up at a Play Pokemon event, participate in their event, and you should get one of these packs for free. As long as the place that you are going is a sanctioned store or a sanctioned partner with the Pokemon Play events, you know, association or whatever, then you should be able to get one of these packs. They should get these packs to be able to hand out to people who participate in their events. So if you go to Pokemon.com, you can go to their events section, and in their events section, you should be able to find a locator. It might say find an event or something like that. Just, use common sense to find the locator. Once you get to the locator, you just punch in your zip code, change the filter to the distance that you'd like to travel or what you're willing to travel, and then you can go and check out an event. Now, a lot of events, if you're just going to play a normal standard league, you need to be able to bring a deck, you need to bring a playmat, you want to sleeve your deck, bring some damage counters, dice, things like that, and then, just show up and play. You're going to want to make sure your deck is standard format, and typically, normal league runs for about $5 for most places. So for $5, you should get one of these, and you should get a prize support in the form of typically one of the latest packs. Now, the LGS I visit, you get one of the latest, the newest sets, one pack of the newest set, and then you also get one of these. Everyone gets that showing up, and there's no additional prize support right now just because of the market, but some places do offer additional prize support for how you place in the tournament. So these are super awesome because the only way you can get them is by showing up at those events, and then you get it for free as long as you participate in the event. Your $5 goes towards the pack that you get for prize support, and then this is free. There you go. All right, so after all of that yammering and yapping, let's go ahead and dig in and see exactly why these are so cool. Now, if you've ever seen them, then you'll know exactly what we're looking at, but this is where you get these cards from. Every single card in this pack is going to have a stamp on it. Now, this code card will not get you the same cards that are in the pack, and the cards that you get from the code card do not have stamps on them, unfortunately. I don't know why they didn't incorporate that into Pokemon TCG Live, but it's kind of sad, whatever. But we do have a Carmine to start off with, and this is the stamp that we're talking about. So it's a Play Pokemon stamp, very exclusive only to these packs. Absolutely love these cards. I build like all of my decks out of stamped cards, and it's just an awesome, it's kind of like a flex, but also shows that, I have been around and playing this game for, a good amount of time. So it's just one of those things where, you see it and okay, so I'm playing against a player. I'm here to play, right? All right, so we got Carmine to start off with. We got Farigiraf. Now, most of these cards are meant to be playable cards. So Frostlass with the Freezing Shroud during Pokemon Checkup, put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability. This is in decks that are running around right now quite often. Marnie's Grimmsnarl seems to really like to run with the Frostlass, so, pretty good card. You can put that in your deck, and it has the stamp on it. Just a nice little, hey, check this out. My card has a little extra rarity to it because of that fantastic stamp. The other thing that's cool is that normally a Frostlass is a rare, so it would be typically a holo. So this is non-holo, and this is the only way you can get this as a non-holo, other than you might have been able to get them in build and battle kits or something like that. But we've got ourselves a Frostlass. Now, these next 2 cards are both going to be holographic, so let's wish us some luck here for some good hits. We got ourselves a Ditto with the Transformative Start ability. Now, this is, first of all, an awesome art. I love this artwork. They got the Ditto amongst all these other, I don't know if they're bushes or bags of garbage or what the heck they're supposed to be, but there's just a little Ditto tucked in there. And then we got this wonderful Galaxy foiling on there. It's got swirls on it here and there sometimes. And then the play stamp is also holographic. Just makes it look super cool. That's a pull. And behind it, we get a Town Store. Also a very playable card. Lets you search your deck for a tool once per turn. Can't really beat that. Then you also get yourself an energy. You can get holographic energies in the packs. Those are also super cool. But let me know what you guys think about play packs, what you guys think about the prize packs, what you think about Black and White, and everything involved. Mega Evolution is literally right around the corner. They can't print these sets fast enough, apparently. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.